Hello everyone, it's Stacy. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in your day. I hope this video finds you well. Welcome to a short practice. We're beginning using a chair, but you do not have to have a chair. You can be seated on the ground, you can even be standing. And you might be saying, is Stacy gonna clean while we have this practice? No, we will be talking about svadhyaya, which is self-study. So as we move through a practice, we're going to have the option of using some things to help us to get in touch with our bodies, to listen to what's going on, release a little upper body stress. So if you have a broom, this is a Swiffer. If you have a yoga strap, anything that can extend your arms a bit, then go ahead and grab it. If you don't, no worries. You definitely do not need to have it. I'm going to place that down. So find yourself however you would like to begin. I'm going to sit in the chair and just take a few moments, that self-study of thinking about our upper body. And so we might soften and close the eyes. We might just notice any sensations of the face, the shoulders, the back, the top of the back, the middle of the back, down the arms, and just feeling that sense of connection with any sensations. We aren't labeling them good or bad. We're just simply noticing. And when we notice, we can heal parts of our body that might be feeling a bit different than they did the day before. And simply cultivating awareness to help us to grow, to heal the body, to ease the mind. So wherever you are, start to notice the breath. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose or mouth. We might notice an elevation of the upper body as we inhale. As the spine lengthens, and then noticing a settling down or sinking as we exhale. And as we drive that breath down as deep as we're able today, maybe that breath goes in through the nose, down past the rib cage, and the belly expands out. And we allow it to fall back toward the spine. So just familiarizing yourself with what breath you have today. Let's do about 3 more breaths wherever you are. Then as we're ready, dipping the chin down toward the chest. Relaxing the shoulders down, softening the face, allowing the gravity of the head to find some space in the back of the spine. And listening to the body, if any of these movements don't feel right for us today, choosing to dial back or simply stop. And as we start to trace the nose up toward a smile, maybe a gentle lift of the head up towards one end of the smile, chin back down to the chest, and then over to the other edge of the smile. So just tracing with our nose this imaginary smile in front of us. Or you might picture a boat, maybe the edges of the boat from end to end. And we can stay here, or we can start to circle the head, your nose tracing the very outer edge of the beautiful sunshine today. All the way around, taking your time Perhaps inhaling on the way up and exhaling on the way down. Noticing all the pops and cracks. And as we come to the bottom, we might choose to reverse the direction, giving yourself time. If you feel something that's a bit tight, maybe staying in that area and just breathing, allowing further relaxation and tension to melt away. And as we do 1 or 2 more circles, whatever direction is calling to you today. And we'll bring ourselves back up to that tall, neutral spine. You can always shift in our seat if we are in a chair. And let's roll one shoulder. I'm going to use the right, but you do whichever. Let's roll one shoulder up, back, and down. A mindful movement. Tight ball and socket joint. Freeing up any tension. And then let's reverse that direction, bringing it forward, back and away. So just rolling one shoulder. And you can even switch directions midway. And then when that side feels complete, we'll go to the other side. Maybe starting up, back, and down on this side. And this arm can be free. It can be supported on the leg. Listening to the body again, gathering information. That's self-study. And switching direction when you're ready. As we come back through center, let's go ahead and release the hands down, shake them out just a bit, maybe roll the wrist. And if it's not too much going on, maybe we roll the wrist as we lengthen the spine, reaching all the way up. Finding that breath, maybe a big inhale, exhale as we roll the wrist down. And then bringing our elbows in toward our sides, our palms out and away, our thumbs up. Let's inhale as we reach thumbs toward one another overhead. Exhale as we draw them actively into the side body. Inhale as we reach. Exhale as we draw them in. Moving at your own pace, your own breath. And the next time that those hands are elevated up, let's leave them there if it feels okay. Reaching, and we're going to pull that imaginary rope, pulling ourselves up, finding that side body opening. Maybe we're drawing some kindness down to our heart center. And if feet feel like they're a little too far away, you can always put a block under them as well. You keep going. I'm going to do that. I'm feeling a little tension in my legs, and so bringing the ground up to me by using a block can oftentimes be helpful. And as we pull ourselves up to that rope, one more time balancing between our sides. Let's leave the hands all the way up. Let's take a breath in as we reach, and on our exhale, twisting from the belly button up, just twist to one side. Let the hands fall where they may. Return to your normal breath for a few breaths. The next time you inhale, bring those hands all the way up. Exhale, twist to the other side, twisting from the belly button up, keeping our spine stable, and then return to that normal breath. On our next inhale, we'll open the arms coming back to front. And as we exhale, let's forward fold. Standing, sitting, wherever you are, allow the body to drape down. We might even widen. I'm going to scoot a little forward on my chair, widen my legs, and take my arms, reaching for elbows, and allow them just to drape down, draping my head, feeling that back body, back shoulder stretch. Shake the head, yes and no. And then when you're ready, rolling yourself all the way up. I'm going to go ahead and stand up. If you do have that object to lengthen the arms, either a strap or a Swiffer, we can go ahead and grab that. If you do not, just bring your hands wide. So using my Swiffer, my feet are a little wider than hip width apart. I have my hands pretty wide. On our inhale, bring it up all the way, just as far as you can. Exhale, allow it to rest down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Let's do that a few more times. One more time. Now, if it's in your practice, and we widen our elbows and we inhale up, we might be able to take the arms behind us. Or it might not be in our practice. It might be a little too much for right now. So just coming wherever you are, where you feel a bit of a stretch, but no pain. If you feel pain, then choosing to not go further in the motion. Now let's think about the shoulders as we bring them forward, allowing them to feel heavy to rest. For a few breaths, we might even close the eyes. And you can also do this seated, just coming up to the top with the arms. So wherever we are, let's just play for a few breaths, going to what level works for you. You can also bring it down forward if you find that you need a stretch in the back body. And let's do a couple more, whatever you've chosen. We'll go ahead and bring that all the way down, tossing it to the side. And those are called pass-throughs, by the way. I don't know if I said that earlier. Let's take that right arm all the way out. Inhale, lift it up, pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a little pat, a little good job today. That other arm, thumb down, palm away, just sliding it behind, feeling the muscles of the back of the neck. We might even give ourselves a little massage of the neck today. We might close the eyes and just experience this, I am connected with sensations of my body. About 3 more breaths. As we release that side and we take the other hand out, patting ourselves on the back, extending the opposite arm, thumb down, palm away, just resting in this back body. We can reach up further, but maybe supporting ourselves on the low back today might be a better option. but you choose. It's your practice. Closing the eyes if that works for you. I am connected with sensations in my body. Two more rounds of breath. We'll release the hands down. If you do have your chair, or you can choose a down dog here if you do not, if you do like to use a chair, place the hands and walk your hips back, your hands forward, your feet back into this kind of a chair down dog. It feels marvelous, or you can do it on a countertop. I do this a lot of times in the morning, just stretching through the back body. Let's gaze down to avoid any tension on the back of the neck. We might even shift the feet side to side, finding a little movement in the upper back. And then we'll bring ourselves back all the way up. And let's take thumbs down, palm away, reaching for fingers if we're able to interlace. If not, we can just bring them right to the area below our waist. Or we can interlace fingers, drive them down the back body into a chest expansion. So opening the front of our shoulders. It might feel good to dip the chin back down to the chest. Soften the upper body. Let's do about 3 more rounds of breath. And release the hands. And knowing that any of these poses, you can stay in a little bit longer if you like. If you're standing, you can go back to seated. I think I'm going to do that because a chair sounds lovely right about now. If you want to remain standing, then that is fine as well. Let's draw that right palm up, draw the right elbow back toward the ribs. And then let's take the left ear, dip it over to the left shoulder. And so as we have this openness through the right side, we can take that left hand, place it on the back of our head, just guiding. Maybe we guide, turn the head down to look under that left armpit. And maybe we rotate the head up. So just guiding the head, supporting the head without pulling. One more time. We'll release that down. Let's do the other side. That left arm guided in toward our rib cage, palm up. And we take the right ear over toward the right shoulder. We soften the face, we soften the shoulders. Placing that right hand, the palm on the back of the head. And if we like, rotating, turning the head to look under that right armpit. And then looking back up. Whatever motion feels best to you, listening and really allowing ourselves to have control over what motions feel best for us. Let's do about 2 more times. We'll release the head back to that neutral spine. Let's take the fingertips, rest them on the back of the head, fingertips at the skull as we lift the heart and the head, maybe leaning the head back into those fingertips. And coming back to that neutral spine. Let's roll the shoulders as we did earlier, maybe a few times forward, back, just noticing any difference than when we started. And then spreading our wings, opening our arms wide, shoulder blades coming toward one another in the back body, and then giving ourselves a hug. Dipping the elbows down toward the belly, maybe rounding if that feels good. And then our next inhale, opening our wings. Exhaling, if you can put the other arm on top, you'll have that option. And then dipping the elbows toward the back body, toward the belly button. And then let's just find some movement. Our inhale opening, our exhale closing. And let's flow between those two if you like. And then let's balance our arms, changing which one's on top each time. And we'll meet back in that loving embrace. One more time, soften the shoulders, soften the face, closing the eyes. And as we release the hands, then we bring them to our namaste hands. I thank you all for allowing me to guide you through an upper body release. I hope it offers you a little bit of what you needed. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you find peace and ease. May you always be connected to your breath and your body and your soul. Namaste.